Man United travel to face Burnley on Saturday night, an 8 p.m. kickoff under the floodlights. Everyone's going to be drunk. It's going to be a hostile atmosphere. Probably not everyone's going to be drunk, but maybe more than normal. It's not going to be an easy game for United. Burnley only got 1 point. Only Luton and bottom of the Premier League are lower than them. But it's not going to be easy. We're crap away from home, especially in even slightly hostile atmospheres. I'm going to run through all the team news, my predictions. We'll speak about Varane, Mount, Amrabat, how Burnley are going to set up, what their formation is. We're going to cover it all. So make sure you drop a like on the video if you can. And you can let me know in the comments, what's your prediction for this game? Will United win? Now, in terms of team news, there was a couple of positives that we got. And Erik Ten Hag is going to be giving his press conference this afternoon where no doubt we're going to get a little bit more updates on Varane, on Amrabat, and on Mason Mount. They are the three players who could and hopefully should be involved. I don't think Mount will be involved. I think he's a little bit further behind. But Varane and Amrabat, and this is big. We've conceded more than 3 goals in 3 consecutive games. First time since 1978 that we've done that. We are just leaking goals, leaking chances. The defence isn't good enough. The midfield is not good enough. Nothing's good enough at this moment in time. But having Varane back and getting this man in for his debut, that's what I am praying for in this game. Now, let's run and take a look at the tactics board here. This was the setup for Manchester United away against Bayern Munich. And for the first 20 minutes, it really, really worked. What we saw in this game was Rashford really doubling back, Pellistri really doubling back. And because Manchester United dropped into that shape there, Bruno, of course, dropped a little bit deeper. Højlund, of course, even deeper too. That negated the issue of these two in midfield. Because it is, in my opinion, the biggest problem that we've got with this team at this moment in time is Eriksen and Casemiro as the duo in midfield. Let's run through probably some changes that I think that Manchester United should be making. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at how Burnley are likely to set up. They're likely to set up in a 4-2-3-1. I'll tell you who was I thought was quite impressive against Forest was Sander Berge when he came off. Foster, of course, is their main centre forward. He's got a red card, straight red card against Forest. He's going to be missing from this game. You might say that's an advantage. You might say, well, that's going to be Jay Rodriguez. And we all get nightmares thinking about Jay Rodriguez playing for Burnley against United. We won't speak about that game. That was a bad one. But Burnley got 1 point, man. Like, it doesn't, like, we can speak about injuries. We can speak about this and speak about that. Burnley got promoted last year. They're on 1 point. United should be winning this game. Now, there's going to be lots of players that need to improve. And Onana is going to have to prove himself rather than, a bit both, I suppose. Prove and improve himself. He's had I thought he started the first couple of games okay. But then it's kind of gone up and down. And then, well, you know what happened against Bayern Munich. That was just like an unforgivable mistake. Just a complete lapse of concentration. What I want to hopefully see in this game, and this is the thing, right? It kind of, whether or not Manchester United plays substantially different in this game, I think almost pretty much exclusively relies on whether this guy is fit. Because if he's not fit, we've still got issues, right? By the way, I just want to say a quick shout out to Reguilon, all right? I didn't expect him to impress me so quickly, to stand out for all the right reasons. It's kind of an indictment how bad the rest of the squad is overall in terms of the attitude and application. But Reguilon, if you do that for the next few months, yes, please. He definitely starts at fullback. And I really, really hope he is joined by Raphael Varane. I'm going to put Raphael Varane in my starting 11. And that really is a massive, massive bonus for us. Varane is the best centre-back at the club when he's fit. Unfortunately, he's not fit. And we're getting this. Look, let's just hope he comes back in because we need that composure, that leadership. Yeah, it's just not there when he's not there. And I also think, I know Martinez plays better when he plays alongside Varane. They actually bring the best out in each other. So I want to see that as the centre-back partnership. I think that as a back five is a pretty damn good back five. All right. Delo, I think he continues to impress. I think so anyway. And it's good because we needed him to do that given that, of course, Wan-Bissaka's going to be missing for a couple of months. But the big question that remains, about this game is Eriksen and Casemiro. Okay? As I said, the introduction of Amrabat negates this issue. This issue of these two playing together. Because when you play Eriksen and Casemiro together, it just doesn't work. One of them will, more Casemiro than Eriksen, one of them will drive forward, leave the other one isolated. Then it's just bad. It's just bad. And sometimes you see Erik, I think there was a clip that went around, Eriksen losing the ball against Bayern and then Casemiro lunging in. Have you noticed how much Casemiro's been doing that this season? Because he's like a yard or two out of position because he's playing more aggressive on the front foot. He has to lunge a lot more rather than being in the right position just to make a simple interception. We need, and this is what I hope we get, right? This is the dream. This is the dream midfield setup for Manchester United, I think, this season, right? Amrabat there. Casemiro there. Hold him further up front. Just kind of move everyone back into position like this. This is what I want to see shape-wise and in midfield. Because what happens here is when Martinez will drift a little bit wider, Varane will drift a little bit wider, and Amrabat will just go there. Whenever Onana's got the ball, right? And this is the style of play that we just haven't done yet. Because these two haven't been dropping deep enough because they've been marked out of the game. Bayern did it and Arsenal did it. Just if you mark the passing lanes for Onana, he can't really do much. Amrabat will always make himself available. He'll drop the shoulder. He's got the energy and fitness to do that. Eriksen and Casemiro do not. So that's what we need in this team. We need Amrabat to be that first phase midfielder, to receive the ball, to have like 93% pass accuracy, always finding a teammate. That's what we're missing. That's what we can't get with these two. And until we get Amrabat in this team, I don't think we resolve these midfield issues. So I really hope he's fit. If he's not fit to start, maybe he comes off the bench. But think about this, right? If you're Erik Ten Hag and you've got Amrabat in this game and you go, right, Amrabat's not going to be able to play 90 minutes. Would I rather Amrabat started, we controlled the game, and then we bring Eriksen on for the last 20? Or would you rather do it the other way around? Maybe when we're chasing a game, you bring Amrabat on. No, I'd rather have Amrabat on to the start of the game. And I think when legs are a little bit more tired, that's when Eriksen can come on. Because I think he can still control games, not for the full 90. I hope he's fit. I really, really... And Erik Ten Hag will no doubt confirm it. In terms of other positions and players, Marcus Rashford, he didn't have the best performance against Bayern Munich. I didn't criticize it too much because when it comes to like player criticism after a game, I focus on what I see as the biggest problems. Rather than speaking about every single individual problem and every single individual bad performance, I focus on what I think is the most important. So from that game against Bayern Munich, there was only one place I was really looking. It was with those two. They were the biggest problem that we had there. But Rashford, he was kind of just flustered, frustrated. Burnley, grab me a goal, Rashi. Come on. Needs to find that form again. I'm definitely going to keep Pulisic on the right-hand side. And I imagine, well, I don't imagine, because this is what Burnley are going to do. This is why I think Pulisic will stay in the team, because Burnley they'll bring one fullback forward and they will do what United do as well. They will shift into a back three and they will create more space going forward. Burnley are a football-playing team now. They're not Sean Dyche anymore. It's not Direct FC. They're actually a decent footballing team. That will hopefully leave spaces in behind for United to exploit, and especially this man. I just realised my t-shirt's somewhat like that kit. Whoops. Oh man, I've really enjoyed watching Haaland so far. I was about to say Haaland there. I've really enjoyed him. I hope his form continues, and I hope that the team can come up a few levels. We need Bruno on point, getting those balls into him. That partnership, when it flourishes, is really going to flourish. And why wouldn't you back him to get another goal? Why not? Burnley, nearly bottom of the league. Sod it. I'm backing him to get another goal. Why not? That's the team I would love to see, right? Pulisic, I think, deserves to keep his spot there. I'll tell you what's an interesting one is when Mason Mount is fit, do not be surprised to see Mason Mount operating as that right winger. That's going to give us so much more defensive solidity in the transitions. Mount will track back relentlessly, which is you might say, oh, I want my winger to be the winger going forward. Yeah, true, right, I know that. But Ten Hag's system, because it's so aggressive, we need willing runners everywhere. Because you're trying to play in the front foot. You leave yourself a bit exposed. So you need to track back and cover those. I imagine when Mason Mount is fit, you'll be seeing him out on that right wing ahead of Pellistri. That's why I think so. And maybe he'll be fit for this game, but I don't know. But I really hope this man is. And I really hope this man is. In terms of my prediction for the game, I'm going to go for a 2-1. Right? That's my team. Varane coming in and Amrabat coming in. Amrabat might not be fit for a full 90. He might not be fit to start, and we'll see soon because Erik Ten Hag's conference is coming up. And if Amrabat's not fit, I don't think you've got any other choice but apart from to play Casemiro and Eriksen, because you could play McTominay there after what we saw there. You really going to do that? No, I think it's obvious that McTominay's head's a little bit out of the club because the club, Erik Ten Hag, sort of made it clear that he wasn't part of his plans. If Amrabat's not fit to play, it's going to be Casemiro and Eriksen again. And I just have to hope, close one eye and hope that we can get through this game. Because he needs it. We need it. Momentum can shift in football simply by winning a couple of games. Start with Burnley on Saturday. It's not going to be easy. Will not be easy. No matter how bad Burnley are doing, them surviving in the Premier League relies pretty much on them winning their home games. Playing a wounded United, perfect scenario for them. United are going to have to turn up, fight for it. But because Burnley don't have Lyle Foster, that's a good thing. I'm going for a 2-1 prediction, and that's my team there. Amrabat and Varane coming in. You let me know your team in the comments below. You let me know your prediction as well. Man, please, United, just win a game of football. Please.